Good evening, everyone. Peace and blessings to you. My name is Reverend Leah Alvarado. I'm with New Thought Northern Colorado Center for Spiritual Living. Welcome to the season for Nonviolence. Each day we come together for a total of 64 days to practice a new principle of peace and nonviolence based on the legacy of Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King. So glad that you're here today. Today is day 40, and our topic today is helping others grow. Gandhi said, "Good travels at a snail's pace. Those who want to do good are not in a hurry. They know that to impregnate people with good requires a long time." It can be frustrating to see a goal that exists for the best interest of all and yet met with resistance in moving the world in that direction. There will always be those who hold a different view of the good of all than we do. Even in today's emotional charged political climate with a Grand Canyon of differences between the sides, there is always some good to be found at any extreme. Change is always threatening to those who have embraced the old order of anything, whether it's the family drama or social, economic, political interests. Those who oppose good never see themselves as villains. Rather, they see potential for loss of the relative good that they have now and are unable to see the greater good offered by the new path. Seeking to impose the good upon those whose fear makes them oppose it is an act of selfishness and violates the very meaning of the word good. It's the act of a self-centered person saying, "The world would be so much better if only they did it my way." Ultimately, what they're saying is, I'm right and they're wrong, and I can't be happy until the world conforms to me. I don't care how it affects anyone as long as they do it my way. We've all known people like this, yes? Our belief about our own righteousness and our actions speak louder about our selfishness than they do about the good we seek. That selfishness is the very thing our opponents fear. And it is that they oppose more than the good itself. Good that is imposed violently on any is violence imposed on all. Everyone grows at their own pace. And the change we seek can only occur at the pace of those who are behind them. Allowing them to become impregnated with good is always the act of love, for it accepts where they are and heals their fear before the goal is pushed forward. Only in this way can the good manifest. So my first question for you today is, am I able to help others grow at their own pace? Or is it my desire to change them to do it my way? So thinking about that in your life, people in your life, maybe a spouse, a partner, family, this may show up there. Are we allowing people in our life to grow in their own way, in their own time, at whatever pace works for them? Or are we thinking, maybe not saying, but thinking, gosh, if they just did it this way, their life would be better. If they just did it this way, I know that they would be happier. They would be more evolved. They would be more fill in the blank. Sometimes we can be very self-righteous. Even as spiritual seekers, we think that our way is the right way. And each person is going at their own pace. And so are you able to let that go and to allow people to move at their own pace? Whether it's a partner, it's a family member, it's a child, it's a coworker, it's somebody you know in your spiritual community, no matter who they are, can you just let that go and allow them to move and grow and evolve at their own pace? Something good to think about. And I'll just throw this in too. So when have you experienced that in your life when you haven't done that? And what has been the reaction? What has been the experience when you have tried to insert yourself into a person's life, telling them how they should do things? What has been the experience of that? I suspect not good. I suspect that hasn't resulted in something positive. I mean, I suppose it's always how we present it. It's how we engage with the person. Some are coachable and are open to receive our feedback, but I think many are not. And when we're in that space of wanting to tell somebody how they should be, even though we think we're being kind and loving about it, it doesn't always come out that way. Yeah. Would love any comments in the chat about this. I think that this is such a common thing that all of us have experienced, particularly on our spiritual path. Yeah, as we learn and grow and we get excited about something, and then we want to go share it with somebody else, and we think, I just want to share this thing with you. Come join me. Come to church on Sunday, or I want to share this new principle that I learned, this new spiritual principle. And they're looking at you like, okay. Like as if it's going to change their life because it changed yours, and they're not there. They don't get it. They don't want to learn it. Not interested in going to Sunday church with you. They're not interested in reading that amazing book you just read. But we keep trying, right? We keep trying. Those of us who are seekers, we want everybody to be seekers around us. Maybe that's just my experience, but I've certainly gone through that. And so the next question is, how can I better support others with their growth? How can I support them? And, first we got to let go of our own attachments to how they're doing it and trust their own journey. And that's part of that support, is just letting them do it in the way that works for them. Let them find their own good. Let them move through life in the way that is best for them, and trust that everything is unfolding for their highest and best good. Everything is unfolding, right, for everyone's highest and best good. So any comments about that? Yes, Barbara's saying so true. Yeah, I think we have all been there. Years ago, I did something called Landmark Education, which is a series of seminars focused on personal growth. And it was amazing. It changed my life. And I thought everybody would want to change their life. And I'm telling my family, my friends, and I'm trying to bring them to introductions so that they'd learn about it. And nobody signed up. Once in a while I get somebody, but, and I couldn't understand why would you not be interested? This is amazing. Yeah, it's just, and then I get frustrated because they're not doing it the way I thought was right. My experience, I figured would be everybody's experience. Yeah, just because it works for us doesn't mean it works for everyone. So let's read our offering affirmation. Not our offering affirmation. Sorry, that's not what I meant to say. For a moment, I was on our Sunday morning. That's not it. This is our affirmative statement practice for today. I will meditate on my ego's role in the good I seek. Today, I release my self-righteousness and support the growth of others, knowing they are growing at their own pace. This is the path of nonviolence. So let's just take a moment to go within, connecting into our heart, releasing that need to change people, releasing that need to want others in our life to live their lives the way we do, to have the same level of excitement or the same experience of evolution or whatever it is as we have, to just simply let that go and trust and know that they are on the perfect path. Everybody is Ram Dass says, we're all walking home. We're all walking home to God. All of us are finding our way to that experience, it may take a whole lifetime. And if you believe in many lifetimes, it may take many lifetimes for some people. But we have to trust that. We have to trust the experience, that we're each on our own journey, doing the best we can with what we have, with what we're learning, and it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. We trust our journey, we trust others' journey, knowing that they are going at the pace that is right, absolutely right for them. Because some, if we push them, it can actually do some harm. And now they're retreating so much. Now we've lost something. It can actually impact our relationship with them. So let's just right now just breathe into the energy of trust. Trust and allowing the unfolding of everyone's journey and path, knowing it is unfolding for their highest and best good. And so breathing into that, let's just move into the silence just for a few moments as we contemplate this, as we feel this in our heart and in our being. And so gently coming back. Thank you for joining me today. Yeah, each day, different topic. It's all for our own growth so that then we can go out in the world and support others in our life, support others in our communities, our families, our friends, our coworkers, our colleagues. And as we continue to do this personal work and this deeper dive into these topics, the more we can be that expression of peace and nonviolence in the world. So let peace begin with you. Yeah. Tomorrow is day 41, and our topic is the words we speak. So we're going to be talking about words. Yeah. So join me tomorrow. Look forward to being with you again. Have a blessed evening. Namaste.